Little continuation in the quest to bring this poplar floor. I call it the cherry wood because whoever did it before us did an excellent job of making this look like cherry, and of course it needs to be brought back to life, but it is poplar, and they ground it with the drum sander last time and took quite a bit off and exposed some of the old nail heads and things in there, which we talked about before. Kind of cool. Looking somewhat like cherry, and give this floor a new lease. Saving sawdust for filling in. This floor is poplar. Hopefully it blends nicely with this white oak floor. And sometimes it's as much fun as watching the paint dry. Anyway, here's this wonderful room, this little den. And yeah, I get tired of these kind of 1960s, 70s white walnut on the doors. At some point I'll get that stripped floor. But this is cool. As I've studied this floor, most of the boards run the full length of the rooms. They are hand-drawn tongue and groove wood, and they have slightly different widths to them because, of course, each one is handmade from the wood that they're pulling. It's fun the way it stains because this is old growth wood and has a much tighter grain to it than the new stuff that we get today. And this particular floor is poplar of all woods, but it is just beautiful. It resembles cherry because it has a little finer grain and the coloring in it. I don't know how it comes out on my camera, which always taints coloring and so forth. To the right of the fireplace is a little cabinet we think was original. Inside there is lined with brick, goes on the side of the fireplace. This fireplace is a Rumford, as they call them, a Rumford fireplace from the early 1800s. They're built very shallow and slanted and angled to the front to project heat. And that is an original fireplace to the house. And of course that brick fireplace, or the hearth, what is fun about that hearth is underneath there's an arch, a brick arch, that actually supports that hearth, and you can see it from the basement side. One of the mysteries I have on this room is this tall, narrow door. As I was reading historic homes, they state that the more prominent doors or more important are taller and larger. Well, that happens to be the tallest door in the home. So I'm wondering what was so important or prominent about the closet that lies behind it. Coming along, and this little plain looking light up here. This house has, we think it was electrified around 1900. Now when I say around 1900, I'm referring to, was it 1890, was it 1920? This light kind of lends itself to looking 1920-ish in my opinion. We think the lights in this part of the home are perhaps the original lights that were installed when the house was electrified 100 years ago. Kind of fun. And of course, yes, this is the original plaster in this room. You can see some of its imperfections. There's a crack here I haven't repaired. And overall the plaster looks pretty good. Still have to strip the woodwork. I haven't got up the courage to take the paneling off the wall yet. Obviously it's not original, someone added it. I would guess that one of the previous owners a couple back added it maybe in the 60s or 70s. And it probably covers up some plaster damage or wall damage. And it was their way of finishing off and preserving this room. Later, when I get the energy, we'll remove that and repair the wall plaster as well. Fun room, getting ready to add outlets and decorate it to the next level. The lighting is never best in this room. I think the camera, Dee Dee knows. Yep, life with the mutt. They walked out and put some footprints in the wet varnish. Well, something for me to repair, I guess. I did notice that the camera makes the floor look a little green. It's actually reddish and looks very, very cherry.